When I said I wanted the NBA back, I did not mean this, guys. I did not mean this at all. Late last night, Woj and Shams both reported that Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka was facing a serious suspension from the Boston Celtics for having a consensual relationship with a female staff worker on the Boston Celtics. And from early reports from this morning, Woj has reported that it's possible that Boston Celtics head coach Ime Udoka might be suspended for the entire year and will miss the entire season. Jesus, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. The memes on Twitter have been crazy. Like y'all are bugging. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are crazy. Before we get into how this affects the Boston Celtics this season, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the entire team, we got to talk about Ime Udoka and his decision that he made. And of course, the biggest thing in the room, this man cheated on Nia Long. Pack him up immediately, expeditiously.
This is a sick Negro.
But seriously, people don't understand that this is a serious matter, of course. At the end of the day, holding the head coach position is a position of power in the Boston Celtics franchise, and there's some things that you just don't do. There are policies that you just don't break. Having a consensual relationship or intimate relationship of any matter isn't okay in a workplace if the company does not deem that fit. In doing so, Ime Udoka did that, and it wasn't a smart decision, of course, at all, because as right now, due to that, he's facing a full year suspension. And I'm talking about a full year. This is a coach that last year proved to everybody as a rookie head coach has the tools and the skill set to raise the ceiling of the Boston Celtics. We talk about a coach that at the time they were under 500. At the start of the new year, they were able to go 41-7, I believe. They became one of the best teams in the NBA and the Eastern Conference, made it to the finals. Their defense improved, their offense improved, Jason Tatum improved, Jaylen Brown improved. Of course, Ime Udoka has a huge hand in that, and losing Ime Udoka for the entire season, this upcoming season, after making it to the finals and hopefully making it back to the finals, is going to be a huge negative light on the Celtics this year. I'm talking about a team that actually made moves to try to retool this roster. They added in Malcolm Brogdon. They kept back everybody on their team that made it to the finals last year. This team is still set and they have the talent to do so, but losing the brains behind the team that brought out the most of them, raising their ceiling, Ime Udoka, is just not a good look. It's just not a good look. And I know people are going to talk about the woman trying to figure out who she is, who the person is. That's not my business. I'm not finna go into that. That's like literally, don't be a weirdo, guys. Don't be a weirdo, please. But I do think that Ime Udoka, he messed up big time. We talk about Ime Udoka and what he did, and I don't agree with it, of course, but there are a lot of people who are getting suspended for way worse. You look at Robert Sarver, he literally was about to be suspended for 1 year for being homophobic and saying a bunch of crazy remarks to people in the Phoenix Suns organization. And the NBA almost gave him 1 year until everyone had to apply that pressure, and now he's actually selling both the Phoenix Mercury and the Phoenix Suns, two teams that he both owns. You look at other players, you could go look at the NFL, people who have done such crazier things, and they haven't even got close to 1 year. The fact that Ime Udoka is getting 1 year is kind of crazy. We might get more details about this and see what happens, but we'll see going forward. There has to be more info that we just don't know about, because when I look at it, there have been so many people that have been suspended for serious things. But for what Ime Udoka did, for it to be 1 year by the team, it's rare. Usually it'll be something that's illegal, something that can get you prosecuted, but for a whole year is nuts. And there's possibilities that, let's just say Ime Udoka doesn't agree with the suspension, he asks to be relieved. And I'm surprised, if you're going to suspend a coach for 1 year, why not just fire him? And if you're not going to fire him, why would the news even come out? Because I looked at First Take this morning, Stephen A. Smith brought up a good point. There are so many things that happen between the NBA, between coaches, that nobody knows about. For the news to come out and then for you not to fire him it's rare. It's rare. The fact that this came to light is crazy. But if this was in-house and you weren't going to fire him, why even bring out the news if you're just going to suspend him? It feels weird just in general to talk about, because there has to be more info to be released. What we know right now, to be suspended for an entire year is literally unprecedented. Last year, I believe the Wizards head coach was suspended for 2 games for entering the stands. Teams don't just suspend their coaches for anything. This is actually very unprecedented. Now, I did mention that the Celtics definitely brought back their entire roster, but we can't act like we didn't see them try to trade Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant this year and see how Jaylen Brown was actually disappointed in those rumors coming to light. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that the Celtics duo is obviously going to leave just because their coach is now likely suspended for an entire year, because that's not true yet. But we do know that there's a lot of dysfunction right now in the Boston Celtics organization. And with them losing their coach, the Eastern Conference is a little bit tougher this year. I'm not saying the Celtics are not going to make the playoffs, but again, losing the head coach, using the brains behind of what made you guys so great last season, you're going to see some struggles. And I would not be surprised to see if this team struggles next year. I know the interim head coach might prove us wrong, but I do think that Ime Udoka is one of the better young coaches that we've seen in the NBA, and his loss is definitely going to be felt by the Boston Celtics. But you guys let me know what you guys think. If you think the Boston Celtics are making the right decision suspending him for the whole year, what are your thoughts on the entire situation? Literally, let me know in the comment section. This ain't the news we expected to see before the season starts, but it's the news that we got. Be sure to turn that post notification bell on so you never miss a video. And until next time, stay on beat, y'all.